But one thing that we really haven't learnt is that you need someone with a vision and someone that drives things through. And we've been really lucky with our principals. We've got 2 principals. So for those of you that have got one, feel for us. And I say that knowing that neither of them are here today. But we have been fortunate in that both of our principals, have said to us, look, just go, experiment, have fun, give things a go. And they've given us the freedom to develop things and to have a go at things. And when they haven't worked, they've given us the support to get up and keep moving with that. So that's been very, very positive for us. So that's just a little bit about our background. I'm going to hand over Judy now to talk a little bit about our journey in relation to developmental management.
That's right. Thank you. As David said, I was given the Year 10 team leader's job at the start of the year, and I was told, oh, those kids in Year 10, they're the worst we've ever had. You'll not be able to do anything with them. So we'll see if we've done anything with them later on. But yes, we are a merged school. That warm and fuzzy feeling has gone. Last year, both schools separately worked on the Raymond Lewis model. We did it differently in both schools, and so our task was to try and merge what we were doing to see if we could actually have a model to work through Banksia LaTrobe Secondary College that would actually work. So we spent many meetings discussing the good points and the bad points about both our processes, and we ended up with a booklet that every staff member got before the start of this year, and we called it Developing Our School Culture. We thought one of the ways to actually bring ourselves together was to look at the behaviour, was to look at the relationships that we were going to build with kids. So within this booklet, we agreed on a management plan for developmental behaviour. The hard part is sticking to it. We also had cards made up about how we would do the developmental process, the coaching, the conversations we had with kids. So we did a lot of work with that last year. But for some reason, we're a bit like kids. Christmas comes and you forget it all. So at the start of this year, we started again. And we decided that our focus was going to be on building relationships. If you can imagine kids coming into a new school building, the majority of the kids had been on the one site, but we had a large number of kids that had come over to the Banksia site, so everything was new. They had new teachers to meet, new classmates to meet, and both schools had had a fantastic experience the previous year in going through 2 very wonderful PD activities. One was 3-part Raymond Lewis activities that both schools did, and the other one was with Ruby Payne. So we decided that building relationships was really going to be our focus. And we needed to talk to staff to tell them that what they were feeling, the kids were feeling doubly, and some of the behaviours that the kids might start to do were because they were feeling unsure, all of these sorts of things. So we talked a lot to staff, hopefully in as supportive environment as possible, about how you can start to build relationships with kids, that it's not weak to say to a kid, how are you, get to know them, have some of their interests at heart, have a joke, use the playground to actually go out and talk to the kids on a really informal basis. And the Ruby Payne PD was on looking at students that came from poverty and how you can teach them best with certain strategies that you might use. Both in services, I think, were the 2 most valuable PDs that I've done in my whole teaching life. And as one student said to me before, God, miss, how old are you? And yeah, I am getting old in the tooth now, but these 2 PDs have actually changed my approach to teaching. With the Ruby Payne, we learnt about certain behaviours the kids were going to do in the classroom because of their background in poverty, that some of those behaviours that they may display in the classroom aren't necessarily the ones that you need to actually pull them up on, because it's the only thing that they can grab hold of. So all of this we tried to impart to our staff, and people in the main have had a go at really trying to come on board with that. We're trying to work it through. We're trying to use this whole relationship as the filtering for what we do within the school.